Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In this video, we are going to see about web service task in SSIS, a powerful tool that allows SSIS packages to interact with web services. So in this video, we will cover what is web service task and how to call a web service using SSIS and a step-by-step example of web service task. So what is web service task? The web service task is in SSIS allows packages to call a web service and retrieve or send data. So the common use cases for that are fetching data from an API and load it into your SQL server. So loading it into the SQL server, we will be having another task, but this web service task will call the API from the web service and get the data. So it can submit the data to a web service from SSIS and automate data integration with external systems. The web service task uses an HTTP connection manager to connect to the web service. Obviously, you need to have a connection manager to connect it to the web service. It uses HTTP connection manager, and the HTTP connection manager specifies the server proxy settings such as the server URL credentials for accessing the web service server and timeout length. To know more about it, you can go to the Microsoft.com integration service help website and you can get more details about it. Now we'll be seeing an example regarding this. You can open the Visual Studio and you can create a new project. You can select the integration project and you can give the project name and the path of the project and you can create the project. So there are two things to do before we do the configuration and the web service task. One is to create an empty file that is a .wsdl file name extension. And you need to, since we are doing an example, and that example is that we are going to take the WSDL file and we are going to get it and retrieve it to an XML file. So you can create a .xml file also as an output. So these two tasks, we will do it first. You can open a textpad and you can just save it. You can save the notepad as web service task.wsdl. You have to mind it, the extension should be WSDL and you can select all files and of course that will be saved. You can see this WSDL file has been saved. We will create one more file that is an XML file. So we are going to get the output in that XML format. So in the same way, you can create an XML file also. You can take the notepad and you can save it as output.xml and you can change the save as type to all files. And of course, we have the output as well as a web service task WSDL file. Now we'll go to the integration project and we will take the web service task and we can double click the task for the configuration. And here in the configuration, first we need to get the HTTP connection. So HTTP connection is, you have to give a new connection because there is a website link for this connection. WSDL will be a link that we will take it from the browser, internet browser. So you can select the new connection. And here we have to paste the URL of the WSDL website. So we are having one WSDL web service file for getting the information about all the countries in this world, including the capital, the currency, everything. So we will take the web service path and we will copy it and then we will paste it into the HTTP connection manager editor server URL. And we can test the connection. Here is a button for testing the connection and text connection succeeded and you can give OK. Now the next thing is that we need to select a WSDL file. The WSDL file which we have just created, you can go to there and we can just select that file and you can overwrite the file whenever you are executing it. So you can give it as true. Now the next thing is that you need to download the WSDL file because that from the link you have to download the WSDL to this file. So you can select this download button and the specified web service description language file has been downloaded successfully. That has been downloaded to this WSDL file which you have created. If you want to change the name, you can change the name here. But the next thing is that you need to go to the input tab, and in the input tab you have to go to the service, and of course the service has been downloaded, so you'll be getting the name of the service, country info service, and you can select that and you can select a method, which method you need. So we are going to take only the capital city. So we will give a country name and the service will retrieve the capital city name. So we have selected the capital city. As soon as that has been selected, we got the parameters of it, the name, country code. Now the type is string and you need to give the value for it. If you want to save it as a variable, you can save it here, but we are going to take it in an XML file, so you are not going to save it here. But we will give the value. It is a country code actually. So country code, I will give it for India. So country code for India is that you can't write INDIA, you have to write IND. So I have given the country code. And now we have to see the output. We have to go to the output, and the output is file connection. You have two outputs, one is variable and one is file connection. If we want to give it to the variable, can give it to the variable, but here we are going to give it to the file, XML file. So we will select the file connection and we will select the file for it. So you have to go to the new connection, and we have an existing file. You can browse and select the file, this output file just now we have created, and you can select OK, and that's it. Everything has been done. Now you can just run the package. If you want, you can run here. You can execute the package here by clicking the start, or you can select here, right click and execute the package. So the green tick has been come, no errors, nothing. So everything has been executed properly. Now we will see whether we got the result. We have to see whether we got the result in that XML file, and we have to see whether we got Delhi as the capital of India in that XML file. So we will go to the XML file. So this is the output XML file which we have got. We will right click and we will open it, edit in Notepad, and we got an XML file here, and the string is New Delhi. Okay, they have given the full name of it, New Delhi. So through the web service from another API site, we have got the capital of India. You can give another country and you can get the capital of. Now this is since this is a simple example, we have got this. You can get the holiday list, you can get the player list, or you can get the movie list, or whatever you want. You can get it through web services. You need to have a key for that. You have to ask for the key from the web service, and they will give the key, and with the key you can get the web service and you can execute it here and you can get it. Usually in this we can convert it to you, we can parse it to the SQL server, and you can save it in the SQL server for your visualization or for your analysis purposes. So hope this was a valuable video. Have a nice day.